Welcome to Everyday Decoding. This is part 5 of Cloud Storage Access through API using Microsoft ASP.NET MVC5. In this tutorial, we will learn how to create a folder with share permission and how to share and set user role permission on existing files and folders in Google Drive using Google Drive API version 3. So this is a continuation part of part 1, part 2, part 3 and part 4. Please watch those videos before watching this video. Okay. So first of all, cloud sharing or file sharing means you can set the permission of files to access the outside world in network. For example, within a single user or a group of users or a team. If you want to share a files or folders in Google Drive, you need to set the permission of files and folders at the time of uploading or after uploading a file in Google Drive. Programmatically, we can insert, update, delete drive item permission to a files and folders in Google Drive using Google Drive REST API version 3. In this video, I will discuss only insert drive item permission to a specific files and folders in Google Drive. In my upcoming tutorials, I will discuss how to update, delete drive item permission to a specific files and folders in Google Drive. Permission can affect mainly 4 properties of Google Drive API version 3 permission class. Just pay attention to this specific line. Here I am mentioned API version 3 permission class. Is there another class is also exist in version 2? In this tutorial, I only discuss about only version 3 permission class. And these 4 properties are extremely useful when you are setting a specific permission to a Google Drive items. Okay. So first property is type, second property is email address, third property is roles and fourth property is domain. First property is types. The responsibility of this type property, we are defined what type of user we are given to the permission in Google Drive item. User, group, domain, anyone. And these are specific keyword values, or you can say these are available values of this specific property, and make sure that all our keywords are in small letters. If you are using caps letter within these values, in that case we are getting error. If I am using user as a value of this type, in that case we are using a specific single user's email address. Or if I am using group as a value of this type of property, in that case we are using a group email address. And if I am using domain as a value of this type property, in that case I am using domain name of G Suite account, for example thecompany.com. Okay. And if I am given to the permission to anyone, in that case I am simply using anyone keyword of this type property. Okay. So email address property is dependent on this type property. Okay. And third property is role. Role means what type of user role permission you are given to this specific drive item. Okay. Reader, writer, anyone and organizer. If I am using reader as a value of this role property, in that case user can access only the content of metadata of files and folders. If I am using writer as a keyword value of this role property, in that case user can given all type of permission but not allowed to delete files and folders. Or if I want to using owner as a specific keyword value of role property, in that case user can given almost all type of permission but not allow in team drive. So what is team drive? Google Team Drives are shared space where team can easily store, search and access their files anywhere from any device. Unlike files in My Drive, that means Google Drive, files in Team Drives belongs to the team instead of an individuals. Even if member leave, the files stay exact where they are, so your team can continue to share information and get work done. Okay. Next keyword is organizer. This organizer keyword is only applicable for Google Team Drive. Okay. In my Google Drive, there is no option for Google Team Drive. Why it's not shown within this menu? Because this is my free Gmail account. Okay. And within a free Gmail account, this Team Drive option is not available. This Team Drive option is only available for G Suite account. So if you have a G Suite account and if you are not showing this Team Drive option, please contact your administrator. Administrator can enable this option for your account. Okay. So, and this organizer keyword is only applicable for Google Team Drive and owner keyword is only applicable for Google Drive. This owner keyword is not applicable for Google Team Drive. Okay. If you want to getting more information about Google Team Drive, this link is available within my blog. Just click on this and you are getting more information about Google Team Drive. And last property is domain. By using this domain property, we are assigning a specific domain name, for example admin@company.com. Use any Google domain address. If you want to get more information about domain, and in that case this specific link is available within my blog, just click on this and get more information about domain property of Google Drive. Okay, so in our today's tutorial, create a folder with share permission. So within this project we are creating a folder with user role share permission, and these are available: user role, reader, writer and owner. I am not using organizer because organizer is only applicable for Google Team Drive. Here I am sharing a permission only on Google Drive items. Okay, so first of all we need a specific email address. Here I am typing a specific email address. I want to give it to the permission of specific user, that means Google account user. Okay, and after that I am creating a specific folder named ABC2. Okay, and just select this reader user role type. So at this time, two items exist within my Google Drive, sample.pdf and ABC folders. When I go to my Google Drive, as you can see, two items are exist. Okay, moment I click on this create folder button, and as you can see, folder name ABC2 successfully shared with everydaybecoding@gmail.com. That means the drive owner can share a specific folder with everydaybecoding@gmail.com, and moment I share this specific folder with everydaybecoding@gmail.com, is automatically mail fire to this specific Gmail account. So just click on this, and as you can see, there is a specific email account. Just click on Sharkar Rajdeep45@gmail.com. That means owner Gmail account has invited to view the following share folders ABC2, and moment I go to my drive, as you can see, this is a specific folder ABC2, and this human icon denote that this folder is shared with any other Gmail account. Just click on this, and as you can see, when I mouse hover on this is a email address. Here I am shared this specific folder, and this is a owner Gmail account, and this is a shared Gmail account. And moment I hover my mouse of this specific icon, it only for view. That means this is a reader user role type. Okay, so how can I share this specific folder using Google Drive API using Microsoft ASP.NET/MVC5? Okay, so this is my specific solution. And within this solution, this is a specific view, and this is a specific model Google Drive files. Within a Google Drive files, ID, name, size and parents, and these are most useful information that are needed to any transaction with Google Drives using Google Drive API. And this is a repository file. Within a repository file, this is a specific important method, create folder with permission. So what are our requirements? First, our requirements is specific email address, the way we are sharing this specific folder. After that, we are specify a specific folder name that I am created, and after that shared with this specific email address. Okay, and after that we are setting this specific user role permission. So these three are requirement parameters of my method. First of all, folder name, email address and user role. Just put a breakpoint and just zooming this specific skin for better understanding and better viewing. Moment I create a new folder, suppose I want to share a folder with specific Gmail address everydaybecoding@gmail.com. Just type a folder name ABC2. Okay, and right now I am just specifying specific user role type writer, and moment I click on this specific folder, as you can see, this specific method is hit. That means create folder with permissions. Okay, so how can I achieve this? By using this specific view. Within a view, I just create a specific section, create folder with share permissions, and within this TD tag, I have a specific text box, and ID of the specific text box is email address, and after that I am creating another text box for folder name purpose, and after that I am using a specific static drop down, that means a static HTML select control, and within the select control, first of all I am select a specific select option. After that I am binding three options: reader, writer and owner. And one thing we need to remember, that here I am using only reader, writer and owner. I am not using any organizer option. Why I am not using organizer option? Because organizer option is only applicable for Google Team Drive. Here I am using specific Google Drive. I am not using Google Team Drive. Okay, so within my code, And last, this is a specific button, and ID of this specific button is shared folder, and I just insert a specific text create folder as a value property of this specific button, and this button captured by specific jQuery code. And when I downside of this specific page, this is a specific jQuery code, and this specific jQuery code captures this specific shared folder button. Okay, and here I am using this specific Ajax call. This Ajax call calling a specific server method, that means controller method create folder with permission, and this method take three things as a parameter. First is folder name, second is email address, and third is user role. As you can see, when I click on this my home controller, as you can see, this is a specific method create folder with permission, and this method take three things as a parameter, and after that this method redirecting to another method, and this method residing with Google Drive files repository. Just select this specific folder and pasting F12 from my keyboard, and this is a specific method. This method take three things as a parameter. First is folder name, email address, and role type that are inserted through our UI, and this is the email address, folder name, and role. Three inputs we are selecting, and after that we are hitting this create folder button. And moment I press F10 from my keyboard, as you can see, this is a specific method get service underscore v3. This get service underscore v3 method hitting my G drive, and within a G drive there is a specific JSON files. So just go to my G drive, and within a G drive there is a specific JSON file, Google API auth.oauth to response.token response -user. These JSON files are extremely useful for every time when you are transaction with Google Drives through UI. So these JSON files are hitting when Google Drive can start their services by using Google Drive API. Okay, so just go to my code, and within a code, first of all, after creating a service, creating an object of Google Drive version 3 data.files. This is a specific class, and this class has three important property. First property is name, second property is MIME type, and third property is description. Method first parameter, that means folder name, I am initializing within this name property, and after that we are specifying a specific keyword. By using this specific keyword, Google Drive API can understand I want to create a folder within a Google Drive application/vnd.google-apps.folder. Okay, and we are assigned the specific keyword MIME type of this specific class property. Okay, and after that we are putting a specific description text, and within a description text we are passing which time this folder is created, that means hour, minutes, and seconds. Okay, so after that this specific object I am passing as a parameter of this create method, and this create method is a type of file resource.getRequest, and it has an object request. Okay, and this files, what is this? This files is the type of file resource.createRequest. That means this files is the object of file request.createRequest, and this files is the property of services class, that means Drive service class. Okay, so after initializing this request object, that means create request object, after that this request object return a specific file ID, and I am storing this specific file ID. That means in this case this is a specific folder ID, and I am storing this specific folder ID into this specific string variable. Okay, just pressing F10 from my keyboard. When my mouse hover on this specific string variable, it shows specific folder ID. Okay, that means folder is created within my Google Drive. So at this time when I go to my Google Drive, as you can see, this is a specific folder ABC2 is successfully created within my Google Drive, but it has no shared icons. That means this folder is not shared. Okay, so how can I share this? Just go to my Visual Studio, and within a Visual Studio this is a specific class permission, and this class is the type of version 3 type. That means is there another permission class exists within version 2. So right now I am using Google Drive API version 3. So I am using Google Drive API version 3 permission class, and it has an object permission. And after that I am checking what type of user role. Here I am typing writer. Where I am typing a writer, I am putting this through my UI. Okay, this is a writer. And after that I am checking that this permission class have a type property. So what type of Google accounts, that means what type of user you need to assign a permission. So here I am using this specific keyword user, that means a single user Google account, and after that I'm initializing email address. This email address is the another property of this permission class object. Okay, and I am initializing this specific email ID everydaybecoding@gmail.com, and after that I am initializing this specific user role, that means writer. Okay, and this is the last steps. By using this specific line, I want to create a permission within a specific folder of my Google Drive, and this create method help us to create a permission, and this create method take two things as a parameter. First thing is the object of this permission class, and second parameter is file ID, and this folder ID is the nothing but a string variable, and within this string variable I already stored this folder ID, that means this is a specific folder ID. Okay, and after that it has a execute method, and moment I execute this specific line, just pressing F10 from my keyboard, this permission is set within this specific folder. Okay, just click continue button, and as you can see the folder name ABC2 successfully shared with everydaybecoding@gmail.com. Just click OK, and moment I do that, when I go to my Google Drive, as you can see this is a specific ABC2 folder, and right now it has a human icon, that means this folder is shared with another Google account, that means here I am shared with everydaybecoding@gmail.com Google account. Okay, and moment I go to my email address, that means shareable email address, the name of this email account is everydaybecoding@gmail.com, and this is a specific mail, and this mail is fired immediately after I am shared this specific folder. Just click on this specific mail. As you can see, this is a specific owner Gmail account has invited you to contribute the following shared folder ABC2, and when I go to my Google Drive, as you can see this is a specific folder. Just click on this specific folder, and moment I hover my mouse on this specific icon, as you can see everydaybecoding@gmail.com have a permission to edit this specific folder. Can edit, that means writer permission. Owner email account has owner of this specific folder, and this owner have to share this specific folder with specific Gmail account with writer permission. Okay, so create folder with share permission is completed, and after that I want to show you enable share and set permission to Google files and folders. So how to enable share and set permission to Google files and folders? Just go to my UI. Within a UI, this is a specific table, and within a table first column represent type items, and second column represent type items type. That means if it is a folder, I just simply display the specific text, and if it is a file, I just simply display the specific text file. Okay, and third column set permission to share. These columns represent three things. First is text box, second is specific drop down, and third is button. By using this text box, I want to share this specific item of specific email address. Okay, and after that I want to sharing what type of user role that I am provided of this specific email address, and after that I just clicking on this specific button and get this specific shareable link of this specific item. That means in this case this is a specific folder. Okay, so I just go to my Visual Studio. By using this specific jQuery code, I just share this specific item of Google Drive items. Okay, so when I go to my upper portion of this specific page, that means HTML view, this is a table, and within a table I just putting a tr, and within a tr I just putting three TDs. First TD represent item name, that means Google Drive item names. Second TD represent specific text folder or files. That means I just checking is file size is 0 bytes. In that case I just display the specific text folder, and if it is not 0 byte, in that case I just display the specific text file. And third TD, this is a very important TD. Within this TD, first I am declaring a specific HTML text box, and I am putting item.id, that means Google Drive item ID, into the specific ID attribute of the specific text box. After that I am using a HTML select control, and I am using this item.id as a ID attribute of this specific HTML select control, and third, I just using a specific button, and within a button I just adding a attribute data hyphen key, and I am storing item.id into the specific attribute, and after that I am using a specific class share link, and this share link class captured by my jQuery code and the lower portion of the specific page. That means this is a specific code, and within this code, first I want to get the value of data key attribute of this item. That means it is a button control, and when I click on this specific button control, this class is fired. That means these have a data key attributes, and I am storing this specific value into this file ID variable, and after this I am using this file ID variable to retrieve the permission value. Permission value is nothing but the email address, and after that whatever the user select from the specific drop down, that means if a user select a reader, writer and owner, the selected item I am capturing into this specific variable user role. Okay, and after that I am calling a specific Ajax jQuery call, and this Ajax call calling a specific home controller action methods. The name of this action method is file share permission. This file share permission accepts three things as a parameter. First thing is file ID, second parameter is permission value, and third parameter is user role, and I am putting a data attribute of the specific Ajax call. Okay, so when I go to my home controller, within a home controller, this is a specific file share permission method, and this method take three things as a parameter that I am putting for my UI. That means that I am putting for my view. Okay, and after that this method redirecting another method of Google Drive files repository class. Just select this specific method and pressing F12 for my keyboard, and this is a specific share permission method. Just put a breakpoint of the specific method, and this method take file ID, permission value and user role. So right now I am just putting a value for my UI, so I just go to my UI. Within a UI, I want to share this specific PDF file of specific email address. So here I am typing email address everyday p coding@gmail.com. Okay, and after that I want to share this specific item as a owner permission. Here I am select owner from the specific drop down list, and after that click the specific shareable link button, and moment I click on that, this method residing Google Drive files repository.cs, and this method take three things as a parameter: file ID, permission value, that means email address, and user role. Here I am using owner as a user role. Okay, and pressing F10 from my keyboard. First, Google Drive service is created for me. After that, I'm creating an object of this specific permission class by using new keyword. Okay, and just here I am using user role type owner. So the condition is goes to the specific else part. Just pressing F10 from my keyboard. Here the user role type is owner, so condition is match. I want to set a permission of specific single user account. In that case, I am using a specific user as a keyword of type property of permission class, and after that I am specify a permission value, that means everydaybecoding@gmail.com as an email address property of permission class, and after that I am setting a owner permission of this permission class object. Just pressing F10 for my keyboard, and moment I do that, and this is a specific create permission object of create request class, and this create request class belongs to Google Drive API version 3, and this request class object accepting a create method of permission class. Okay, and this method take two things as a parameter: permission class object, and second parameter is file ID. So after that, when I pressing F10 from my keyboard, one important things you keep in mind that transfer ownership equals to true. When you sharing a specific Google Drive item as a owner permission, in that case we want to share these specific folders or specific files as a ownership. In that case, you must be set true of the specific attribute of create request permission class. Okay, if you are setting this false, you are getting error. Option is only applicable for user role permission as a owner. If you want to share the specific Google Drive item as a reader, as a writer, in that case this permission is not needed. That means transfer ownership equals to true is necessary for when you are setting a permission as a owner of Google Drive item. And after that, and moment I pressing F10 from my keyboard, it not executed. I am getting error. Why I am getting error? And here I am getting this specific error. You can't yet change this ownership of this specific item. Why I am getting this specific error? Because when I go to my blog, and within a blog, as a reader and writer, you can share any files that you want, but in case of owner, you can only transfer ownership of Google files and Google items. That means just pay attention these two words, Google files and Google items. That means if you want to share a specific item that is not belongs to these Google files and Google items, you can't share as a ownership. That means these are Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, Google Forms, Google Drawing and Google My Map and folders. Only those contents you are sharing with owner permission, and rest of these items of Google Drive you can share as a reader and writer. This is a specific limitation that are provided by Google for Google Drive API. Okay, so just go to my UI, and within a UI I just continue the specific code and go to my browser, and just go to my browser, and within a browser I want to share a specific folder, just putting a specific email address every@gmail.com, and this is a folder, that means Google folders. Okay, so I just select a owner user role and click on the specific shareable link, and moment I do that, this is a specific folder ID and permission value, that means everydaypcoding@gmail.com, and user role as a owner. Just pressing F10 from my keyboard, first of all Google Drive API is created and starting their services and stored into the specific object service of Google Drive service class, and after that I am creating an object of permission class by using this permission class constructor, and after that I am setting a user role as a owner. In that case I am setting a type attribute value of this permission class as a user. After that I am setting an email address as a everydaypcoding@gmail.com, and after that I am setting his user role type as a owner. Okay, and after that I am creating a request by using create request class, and this is the object of this create request class, and I am setting this transfer ownership equals to true. Right now I am execute this specific permission within my Google Drive by using Google Drive API. Moment I do that, it not getting any error. That means it is successfully execute. Pressing F10 for my keyboard, in that case permission is not null, and it's return a specific successful message. And moment I press F5 for my keyboard, it redirect to my browser. That means this folder is shared with this specific shareable link of everydaypcoding@gmail.com. And moment I go to this Google Drive of this specific email address, just open this drive of this specific email address, click on this specific menu option and click on this drive icon, and moment I open this specific drive of this everydaypcoding@gmail.com email address, and this is a ABC2 folder. This ABC2 folder is successfully shared with this specific email account, that means everydaypcoding@gmail.com, and moment I hover my mouse of this specific folder, as you can see, owner by me. That means folder is successfully transferred its ownership of this specific email address. Right now this folder have two owner, that means everydaypcoding@gmail.com and ABC2. Okay, so in this tutorial we are learned how to create folder with share permission and how to share and set user role permission of existing files and folders in Google Drive by using Google Drive API version 3. So moment I finish this video, I have requested to everyone, this is my YouTube channel, don't forget to like and share my videos. So that's it for today. Have a good day.